So this problem asks us, how much more pizza do you get in a large pizza that has a diameter of 15 inches than you do in a small pizza that has a diameter of 10 inches? Round your answer to 2 decimal places if necessary. You get blank square inches more pizza with a large pizza than a small pizza. So these are 2 pizzas that are round, because I know that because it says they have a diameter. So let me go to my whiteboard here, and I'm going to draw out these pizzas. So I have one pizza that's 15 inches across the center. And I have a small pizza that is 10 inches going through the center. So I want to know how much more area I get in this one than in this one. So the area of a circular shape is pi r squared. So right here, I have the diameters of each of these. So what the diameter is a length that goes through the center. So if this is the center of the circle, it goes from end to end. Well, from the center point to any outside edge is called the radius. So the diameter is double the radius. So the radius would be half the diameter. So if I want to use my formula here, I need to find the radius. So the radius would be 15 divided by 2 for this one, or 7.5 inches. And the radius here would be 10 divided by 2, or 5 inches. So the area, using my formula up here, would be pi times 7.5 inches squared. So when I put that in my calculator, depending on what it asks me, I'm going to use the pi button, because pi is a number. So I brought out both of my calculators here because there's a pi button here. And if you have this is a TI-30. TI-34 is very similar. Or if you have this calculator, you'll see a pi button right here, but you have to hit second and then the caret symbol to get it. So when I hit second caret symbol, I end up with pi. So this is pi. Now pi is a number that is irrational, meaning it continues on forever. And if you read about it, you'll see that they've found it to so many decimal places, but it just keeps, it never ends. So, but my calculator screen displays this. So best to use the actual pi button on the calculator than to use 3.14, because 3.14 actually rounds this and you lose all those decimals there when you're doing the problem. Now on some problems it will say use 3.14 in place of, but if it doesn't, then you just need to use 3.14. Now I know this one says to round to 2 decimal places, but it's telling you to round your answer. So not in between, but your answer. So I'm going to put this in my calculator like this. Now, if I'm doing it separately, I would want to make sure that I would follow the order of operations, meaning I am going to have no parentheses here. Yeah, I have these, but this is just small, showing you to raise this. I'm going to do the exponent, then multiply by pi. Or on either of these calculators, I can put in it to look like this. and then hit enter. And it'll do it all in one step. So I end up with 176.7145868. Using this other calculator, let's find the area of the smaller one. So area would be pi 5 inches squared. And oh, I forgot to put my units here. Because I take the units and square them, this is inches squared. Now pi times 5 inches squared, let's do it on this calculator. I'll hit the pi button found here, and then times 5 squared, and hit enter, and I end up with 78.539. Hard to read here. 53981, and so on. So now let me give myself a little bit more room because I want to find how much more area is in that larger pizza. So I have to take and subtract these two numbers. Now I can do this on my calculator. So since I have this as my previous answer here, I can type in my other answer and say 176.7145868, and then I can hit minus, and then you'll notice on most calculators you will see a and S. It's on this one. It's also on this one. So in order to get A and S, that's the prior answer that you had on the screen, you're going to hit second and then the negative sign. And you'll see it'll display A and S. So I don't have to retype that. And when I do that, I end up with 98.1747. And I know that I want to round to 2 decimal places. So I'll look 1 over. 5 or less, I will keep this the same. So all I need to do is get rid of any numbers to the right. And then I have to put my units on, and this would be inches squared. So that is what we should have got for here. Now, that you don't have to put inches squared in this box because it does say square inches here, but just pay attention because if it didn't, then you would want to make sure that you put in the units.